All right, y'all. So we got some more evidence, if not proof, that Trump's crypto meme coin was a colossal scam. So look at these numbers here. This is from CNBC. 58 crypto wallets have made millions on Trump's meme coin. 764,000 have lost money. Somebody crunch the numbers on that. I'm not a math guy, but as a percentage, put it in the comments. What is that as a percentage? This is like the definition of a scam. 58 people made money. By the way, I'm sure every single one of them was in on it literally before it was even announced. And then when it was announced, they're the only ones who profited. Because effectively, what is crypto really? Originally, this is a currency, but it's a currency that's like, bro, it's not like connected to the government, so it's like more legit, bro. It's a currency that's like its own thing, bro. Weird, because that was the whole idea of crypto originally, and now Trump is talking about backstopping crypto, which means what? Taking government money, tax money, and bailing out crypto billionaire oligarch robber baron assholes. So what happened to the libertarian? It's not connected to the government, so it's actually like pure and stuff, bro. Oh my God, I'm gonna lose it. About 764,000 wallets that purchased President Trump's Trump meme coin have lost money on the investment, according to fresh data shared with CNBC by blockchain analytics firm Chainalysis. Most of the wallets that lost money held smaller amounts of the token, according to the firm's on-chain analysis. Crypto wallets are accounts that store the keys you need to access and use your cryptocurrency holdings, which, by the way, use it for what? It's barely used as a currency. Somebody actually crunched the numbers on this. I forget what the exact numbers were, but it's barely used as a currency. It's a speculative financial asset. It's not a currency. There was a time when it was used for like buying cocaine, but even that is barely happening anymore. Chainalysis said that while around 2 million wallets have bought into the token, 58 wallets made more than $10 million apiece, totaling roughly $1.1 billion in gains. The Trump token, which surged in popularity after being tied to the start of Trump's second term, has seen sharp price swings and highly uneven returns for investors. Fight LLC and CIC Digital LLC control the bulk of the token supply. CNBC has reached out to Fight LLC for comment on the Chainalysis numbers. By the way, Trump himself owned just a preposterous percentage of this. Interest in the coin spiked more than 50% after the project's website promised that the top 220 holders get a seat at a black tie optional dinner with the president. So in other words, his coin was stagnating, right? And so he's like, well, how can I keep the scam going? I know. Originally, they offered like tours of the White House for the top 220 coin holders. So boom, then the number goes straight up. The line goes straight up. And then they realize, holy shit, wait, this actually violates bribery laws to give them the tour of the White House. So they changed the wording where it's like, you get a tour of stuff. This is so most corrupt president in history, and I don't even think it's particularly close. The Trump event set for May 22nd at President Trump's Trump National Golf Club in Washington, D.C. includes a reception for the 25 wallets with the largest coin balance, along with a White House tour. The dinner-pegged rally pushed the token's market cap to $2.7 billion at its peak, though it has since pulled back to around $2.17 billion. Since that rally, around 54,000 wallets have bought the coin. In total, 100,000 new wallets have purchased Trump since April 15th. Chainalysis said, extending the post-announcement surge despite ongoing volatility in the broader crypto market. The Trump-branded meme token has drawn scrutiny from regulators and ethics watchdogs. Oh, you don't say. The President of the United States setting up one of the clearest scams in American history. Literally, it was like 2 days before his inauguration, he launched this. Guys, I know you've heard me say this before, but Jimmy Carter had to sell his peanut farm before becoming president because the idea was, holy shit, he's got a peanut farm. What if he gets bribed through that peanut farm and like foreign governments purchase it or really wealthy people purchase stuff through there? Then he's going to do their bidding. Now you got this fucking asshole. He has a product which literally amounts to dick. It is nothing. It's not even a product. It's basically like, give me a bunch of fucking money and let me rob you. Lawmakers are now formally investigating whether Trump meme coin and a related crypto venture called World Liberty Financial, which sends 75% of revenue to the Trump family, constitute a direct conflict of interest for the president. That's a tough one. I'm not sure about that. The Senate's Permanent Subcommittee on Investigations has launched a probe into the token's ownership structure and revenue model, while House Democrats stormed out of a crypto hearing in protest. This reminds me of CoffeeZilla says it all the time. He's like, crime is legal now. They're basically destroying the entire regulatory structure which would look out for scams like this. They're destroying all of it. They're just legalizing scams. At the center of the controversy is the dinner competition for top token holders, promotional posts from the president himself, and ties to foreign investors, including a state-backed Emirati fund and crypto mogul Justin Sun. Soon, however you say it. Launched in January ahead of Trump's second inauguration, the token's value initially soared to $15 billion after a series of promotional posts from the president on Truth Social and X. It lost most of its value within days. That's what we call a rug pull. Only 20% of the token's total supply is currently in circulation. The remaining 80%, reportedly controlled by the Trump Organization and affiliated entities, is locked under a 3-year vesting schedule. Public disclosures say insiders have agreed not to sell their allocations for another few months. Oh my God. Even with their tokens under vesting restrictions, insiders are earning substantial revenue. Since January, more than $324 million in trading fees have been routed to wallets tied to the project's creators, according to Chainalysis. The token's code automatically directs a cut of each transaction to these addresses, allowing the team to profit from ongoing activity. I mean, what is there to say about this? We don't even have a country anymore, right? We just have a bunch of mega wealthy assholes scamming everybody and each other. Trump family's net worth has increased by $2.9 billion thanks to crypto investments, new report says. By the way, I don't know how many of you remember this, but there was a time, and it wasn't even that long ago, a few years back, Trump was a massive skeptic of crypto, and he ripped it. And he's like, I believe in the dollar. I don't believe in crypto. I believe in the dollar. I don't like Bitcoin. I like the dollar. And then, wow, would you look at that? He's done a total 180. Why did he do a total 180? Because it was communicated to him effectively that this can make you like 10 times as wealthy as you are right now. And in fact, I happen to think that that's why him and Elon Musk have had such a close working relationship, is that Elon gave him $270 million and basically bought him the White House. And I also think Elon and his oligarch crypto bro friends said, hey, we'll make a Trump coin and make you mega rich. But in return for that, you need to let us plunder and destroy the federal government. And that's literally exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. The Trump administration is giving executives a pass for an alleged price-fixing scheme after they contributed millions to the Republican Party this past election, including the Trump campaign and his inauguration fund. They inflated your gas prices. Now Trump wants to let them off the hook. Awash in industry donations, Trump is poised to exonerate fossil fuel executives accused of colluding to increase oil prices. A 25-year-old Doge bro at the CFPB held $715,000 in stocks that ethics lawyers told him he wasn't allowed to own while working there. Then Doge fired those ethics lawyers. That one is from ProPublica. The record of this man and his regime, it is astronomical. The fact that anybody on the right with a straight face dares to talk about Nancy Pelosi or Hunter Biden is disgraceful. Any objective quantitative analysis that looks at it will tell you very clearly that the Trump family are by far and away bigger criminals. We're talking about a guy here who took minimum tens of millions of dollars from the Saudi government to have live golf events, the Saudi Golf League, to have those at his courses. Minimum. He may have gotten hundreds of millions as a result of that. He took $100 million from Miriam Adelson and $200 million from Sheldon Adelson, and of course let them control Israeli foreign policy when it comes to Israel. He also pretended the first term to divest from his businesses. He didn't. He did no such thing. He just gave his sons control over the businesses while he was still profiting from it. He's not even pretending to do that this time. This time he's like, fuck it, YOLO. Let me get as wealthy as possible and be as corrupt as possible. He made, remember this, guys? People don't talk about this enough. Trump made $160 million from foreign countries as president. Clear violation of the emoluments clause. It's never been more obvious. This dude was hawking NFTs, which are a scam, a crypto exchange, which is a scam, now his own crypto token, trading cards, watches for $100K a pop. By the way, when he started selling the watches, they literally didn't even exist. It said on the website, for illustration purposes only, these are not the watches. And so, of course, the idea behind that is, what do you think's actually going on there? Foreign governments and foreign billionaires are funneling him millions and millions of dollars so he does them favors from the White House. That's exactly what's happening. Jared Kushner took $2 billion from Saudi Arabia. Gee, I wonder if there's a corrupt relationship going on there. Trump right now has a $500 million project going on with the government of Oman as he's president. I think you got this, Qatar, I think it's happening, UAE, Dubai. He's got all these fucking projects where he's making money. We've never seen anything like this. We've never seen anything like this. And this is coming from a guy who his charity was a fraud. His university was a fraud. They literally his family stole from a cancer charity. He stiffed his workers at his casinos and his hotels. He did tax fraud and insurance fraud and business fraud. And now we know, beyond any reasonable doubt whatsoever, that his token is the scam of all scams. Which, by the way, if you didn't know that from day one, I mean, I'm at a loss as to how to communicate with you. Because that it was so clear from the moment he launched that fucking coin. It was so clear exactly what was happening. And now you know, he robbed his own supporters is what this is. Because it's his supporters who are getting the coin. It's his supporters. So 764,000 of them have gotten absolutely screwed, and only the insiders are profiting. That's 58 people. 58 people. Straight to prison for this guy. That's where he belongs. That's where he belongs. And the fact that that's not clear to everybody is one of the most disturbing facts about where we're at currently. The fact that that's not the most obvious thing in the world to anybody who looks at this, I mean, we're just cooked. Like, we're just cooked as a country. As I said, I'll close on this, but we need serious prosecutors to take detailed notes and compile the evidence during Trump's time in office of all the crimes, so that when the time comes and he's gone, we can throw the book at all of these charlatans and these con men and these frauds. Because if we don't draw a line here and crack down on it, it will be now until forever that we're run by these absolute gangsters and sociopaths. Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.